my schoolers, welcome to my school channel. My name is Alexandra. So in today's video, you'll be joining me to solve the JAMB CBT past question for the subject English Language Year 2009. Please stay with us, not go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school channel. So right now we'll solve question 1 to 20. I'll begin with question 1. Now the instruction says that we should choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. So the sentence is, it was our collective idea, but Ado was doing everything to steal the show. Option A, Ado was not part of the planning, but he tried to rob us of the benefit of it. Option B, we planned the show together, but Ado was trying to abort it. Option C, it was a joint project, but Ado is trying to attract the most attention. Option D, we collated the idea for the show, but Ado was trying to steal the program. Now in this sentence, we'll see that the information that we should interpret is to steal the show. Now what does it mean to steal a show? It means to attract the most attention. That is what it means. And so we can see that in option C, it was a joint project, but Ado is trying to attract the most attention. Option A will be ruled out because it says Ado was not part of the planning. This information does not tell us that. It does not tell us whether or not Ado was part of the planning. So that's not the focus of this information, but he tried to rob off the benefit. So this answer has been ruled out. We planned the show together, but Ado was trying to abort it. So abort is to end. So that's not the information conveyed here. We collated the idea for the show, but Ado was trying to steal the program. It is very risky to choose the option that contains the same word, the same choice of word as used in the question. So we can see steal here, and stealing the program, it's just risky to go for this answer. So, and it's not the interpretation for this information. So the answer to this question is option C. Question 2. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. As we watched, we just popped along to the shop for some bread. Okay, so option A, he has walked slowly to the shop. Option B, he stole some bread from the shop, but we could not stop him. Option C, he broke into the bread shop before our very eyes. Option D, he went quickly to the shop for some bread. Now the answer to this question is option D, he went quickly to the shop for the bread. Now in this sentence, the information conveyed that we should interpret is popped along. And popped along is used during a movement. And it means to quickly or unexpectedly move. Okay, when you quickly move or you move unexpectedly. So the answer to this question is option D, because it interprets the sentence or the information conveyed in the question. Question 3. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. In all ramifications, Chief Adeyemi was a successful principal of the school. Option A, it was partly a failure and partly a success. Option B, everyone admitted that he was largely successful during his tenure. Option C, it was not totally successful in the school. Option D, his tenure witnessed a huge success. Now, the information we are meant to interpret in this sentence is in all ramification. And what does this mean? Now, ramification has two meanings. We have the metaphorical meaning and we also have the literary meaning. The literary meaning is the original meaning, which means unwelcome consequence. That is a result or consequence that is not palatable, that is not favorable, that is not good, that's bad. Okay, so when I say the thief murdered his target, without thinking of the ramification of what he did. So without thinking the unwelcome consequence of what he did. That's a way to use ramification. It means unwelcome consequence. But then metaphorically, in all ramification would mean in all dimension, in all aspects. So in all aspects, as far as the school is concerned, or as far as the school administration is concerned, Chief Adeyemi was a successful principal, and that is what this sentence means. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. His tenure witnessed a huge success. Question 4. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. I couldn't buy the biscuits because of the hold up in the supermarket. Option A, the shop had not opened. Option B, the attendant was slow. Option C, armed robbers were there. Option D, there was nobody to attend to me. Okay, so this question is quite controversial because of the information we want to convey in the sentence, and that is hold up. Now, hold up here is a noun, as used there as a noun, but we have hold up without the hyphen, which is a phrasal verb. Generally, all phrasal verbs do not carry hyphen, but here it's a noun, okay? We can see the article before the noun, okay? The hold up, this suggests it's a noun, okay? So we can have an hyphen between these words that we originally know to be phrasal verb as noun in this context. So I couldn't buy the biscuit because of the hold up. Now, hold up will mean two things as a noun. It could mean a delay, and it could also mean a robbery. Now, when you take a look at the option, we can see these two sense represented in each of the options. Option B, the attendants were slow. This connotes delay. And armed robbers were there. This also suggests robbery. So in this kind of situation, what do you do? And also in this context, a robbery can hinder you from buying a biscuit. And also a delay can hinder you from buying a biscuit. So in this context, I will stick to option B, the attendant was slow, because delay is the first meaning of hold up. So when you check your dictionary, you see hold up as a noun. Number one means delay, then number two, robbery. So in this situation where you have to answer possible answers, I will stick with option B, the attendant was slow, primarily because it is the first definition of hold up in the dictionary. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 5. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. You could have heard sound if you weren't asleep. So the first clause, you could have heard sound. That means someone did not hear a sound. And if you weren't asleep, somebody was asleep. So option A, you were not asleep, so you heard the sound. You were not asleep. No, this is wrong because somebody was asleep. Option B, you were asleep, correct, so you did not hear the sound. So this is correct because it interprets this sentence. Option C, you heard the sound. The person did not hear the sound, though you were asleep. So this is wrong. Option D, you did not hear the sound, though you were not asleep. This is also wrong because the person did not hear the sound because the person was actually asleep. So option B is the correct answer because it interprets this information correctly. You were asleep, so you did not hear the sound. Option B, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. Please be reminded that you can take practice questions with our simulated JAMB CBT past questions. And all you need to do is you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to my school website. There you get access to download my school mobile app for your Android phones and my school software for your computers and laptops. Please go ahead and download so you can start practicing these questions. Now moving on to question 6. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. Musa will not do the job well because he has an itchy arm. Option A, he has rashes in his palm. Option B, he's always looking for something to touch. Option C, he's always ready to accept bribe. Option D, he's tapping people on the back. The answer to this question is option C, he's always ready to accept bribe. Now, an itching palm means to desire money, to always want to accept bribe. So the answer to this question is clear, and it's in option C. Option C, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. If you are enjoying this content, please do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos. Question 7. Select the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. Emeka was always conspicuous by his absence when it came to attending lectures. Option A, that Emeka always attended lectures at school. Wrong. Option B, Emeka's absence from lectures was also glaring. Option B is the right answer. Option C, however, it was obvious that Emeka was not present at lectures. This does not convey the information. Option D, what made Emeka conspicuous was his occasional absence from school. This does not convey the information because of the occasionally, okay? So now let's move back to the sentence. Emeka was always conspicuous by his absence. Conspicuous means very clear or clearly visible or obvious, okay, by his absence. This is an agent. So this tells us that Emeka's absence is very clear, is obvious, as far as attending lectures is concerned, his absence is glaring to everyone. So option B interprets this, so it represents my explanation. Emeka's absence from lectures was all too glaring. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 8. Select the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. He was injured by a friendly fire. Option A, he was wounded in a war by a friend of his who fired a shot mistakenly. Option B, he was injured by a gunshot that was fired by a friend. Option C, he was hit in a war by a war weapon fired by his own side. Option D, it was a war and it was hit by a bomb fired by an unknown soldier. Now, friendly fire means a weapon fire or a gunshot coming from one's own side. Okay, one's team or one own side. Okay, your team fired a gun and it happens to hit you. Okay, that's what it means. So we can see this interpretation in option C. He was hit in a war by a war weapon fired by his own side. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 9. Select the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. Kola visits us on occasion, and I don't like that. Option A, I do not like Kola because he visits us only when an event is being celebrated. So this information is too much, and it does not interpret this sentence. Option B, I hate the fact that Kola only visits us when something is being celebrated. Okay, so this does not also explain this because it's giving us more than the information conveyed here. So option C, that Kola does not visit us often is something I object to. Now, this is the answer to the question because it tells us that it visits us occasionally, it visits us often, which also means on occasion, and it says it's something I object to. When you object to something, you disagree to it because you don't like it. Okay, and so it interprets the sentence. Option D, which is the last one, Kola seldom visits us, and that is because he is a fair weather friend. Okay, fair weather friend simply means a friend who is just a friend to you because you're successful, or who becomes friends to you only when you are successful or you are doing great. Okay, so that's what fair weather is, and this is also too much of information. Okay, but this part of the sentence is correct. But this part is just too much. So option C is the correct answer because it appropriately interprets the sentence. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 10. Select the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. At the time I arrived, Olu was lying in third place. Option A, Olu's third position coincided with my arrival. Option B, when I arrived, Olu was sleeping in the space reserved for him. Option C, it was a competition and Olu was in third position when I arrived. D, on my arrival at the competition, Olu went to sleep. The best answer to this question is option C. It was a competition and Olu was in third position when I arrived. Now the information here is in third place. When they say you're in the third place, it means you're in the third position in the competition. That is what it means. And you can see that option C best convey the information represented in the sentence. Question 11. So the instruction says we should choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. We had difficulty eating the meat because it was leathery. Option A, bitter. Option B, stringy. Option C, tough. Option D, tender. The instruction says opposite in meaning. So leathery here means add texture or tough. And so the opposite is tender because it means gentle or soft. Stringy is synonymous to the word leathery because when it comes to the context of food, it is also tough. Okay, bitter is quite out of context here. So the answer here is option D, tender. Question 12. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. The boy is too indolent to do well at school. Option A, intelligent. Option B, industrious. Option C, inactive. Option D, slothful. So the answer to this question is industrious. Industrious means to be hardworking. Indolent means lazy. Industrious is opposite a meaning to the word indolent. So inactive, when you're lazy, you're inactive. Slothful also means to be lazy. Intelligent is out of context here. The meaning is out of context in the sentence. So option B, industrious, is the correct answer to this question. Question 13. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Silas's tremendous effort has yielded results. Option A, absolute. Option B, insignificant. Option C, unimpressive. Option D, gregarious. The answer to this question is option B, insignificant. Tremendous in this context means very great, and the instruction says we should choose the word opposite in meaning. Insignificant means of little importance, okay, not significant or of little importance. So this is quite synonymous. Unimpressive means not impressive, no admiration, something you do not admire. Okay, gregarious means sociable. Absolute means complete. So the best answer to this question is option B, insignificant. Question 14. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Young people have a penchant for fast cars. Option A, likeness. Option B, passion. Option C, madness. Option D, dislike. The answer to this question is option D, dislike. Because penchant means likeness, okay, something likable or likeness for something. And the word originates from the Latin language. Okay, so the answer to this question is option D, dislike, because the instruction says we should choose the word opposite in meaning. Option D, therefore, is the correct answer. Question 15. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Life has become a misery for many owing to the harsh economic condition in the country. Option A, drudgery. Option B, ridicule. Option C, ritual. Option D, comfort. The answer to this question is comfort, because comfort is opposite in meaning to the word underlying misery. Misery simply means unhappiness or distress, and comfort is something soothing or that brings you happiness or joy. When we talk about drudgery, it means dull work or harsh work. Option B, ridicule, simply means mockery. Ritual is a ceremonial activity. So option D is the correct answer to this question. Do you have questions you would like to ask? Please go ahead and ask your questions by using the link provided in the description below. All you need to do is you click on the link, it takes you to the Myschool website. There you can ask as many questions as possible, and all of these questions will be addressed as soon as possible. Now moving on to question 16, choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. The company director has a vivacious personality. Option A, a positive. Option B, an unmanageable. Option C, an unimpressive. Option D, a gregarious. The answer to this question is option C, an unimpressive. Vivacious means to be lively, to be full of life. Unimpressive is no admiration, okay, something you do not admire or you do not find to be interesting. So we see A positive is quite synonymous to vivacious. Gregarious is sociable, is also synonymous to vivacious. Unmanageable is something you cannot manage. Okay, so option C is the correct answer to this question. Do you have better steps or solutions to any of this question? Please feel free to use the comment section below. Indicate the question and the solutions you would like to share. Question 17. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. His ideas sounded quite palatable, yet they were jettisoned by the group. Option A, accepted. B, dumped. C, denied. Option D, criticized. The answer to this question is option A, accepted. The instruction says opposite in meaning. Jettison means to dump, to reject, to throw out, to deny. Okay, and you can see deny, criticize, dump are synonymous to this word, but then we are looking for the opposite in meaning, and so accept is the correct answer to this question. Question 18. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Most of the latest actions are militant in nature. Option A, commanding. Option B, civil. Option C, zealous. Option D, passionate. So the answer to this question is option B, civil. When we talk about militant, we get the idea of military, and this involves violence, aggressiveness, and all of that. So civil we mean polite, cautious, so therefore option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 19. So we are still looking at opposite in meaning. The compulsory leave made her feel listless. Option A, restful. Option B, great. Option C, fat. Option D, energetic. Now, listless means to be dull, to lack energy. And we can see the antonym here, energetic, that is full of energy. So option D is the correct answer to this question. Question 20. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the word or phrase underlined. A novel is an embellished falsehood, said the teacher. Option A, enriched. Option B, exaggerate. Option C, adorned. Option D, obliterated. The answer to this question is obliterated because it means destroyed or wiped out, which is opposite in meaning to the word embellish. Embellish is to decorate or to adorn. So you see adorned, exaggerated, enriched are all synonymous to embellished because you are making it look more beautiful or more better. So option D is the correct answer to this question. We've come to the end of this section and I believe you enjoyed it. Please do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.